From the bleachers to the end zones, gridirons up and down the coast. Live from the largest sports team on local television. This is Friday Football Focus.
Happy Friday night. I am Mike Clan. This is Friday Football Focus. Second straight week, we start with a Marmani League showdown. Let's get physical. Powerhouse Oaks Christian of Westlake paying a rare visit to Santa Barbara to battle Bishop Diego. They lost in the final 15 seconds last week on a failed two-point conversion against St. Bonaventure. Big boy football all the way in this one. 0-0 after one quarter. Tom Crawford's Cardinals force a first turnover of the game early in the second quarter. The school scholar athlete of the year, Rylan Bonnet, and his 4.67 grade point average with a huge interception. All this and brains too. Quarterback A.J. Valet, 15 yards for the first touchdown of the game. 7-0 Cardinals early second quarter. Oaks Christian drives down the field, 3rd and goal, and Bishop Diego's D rises to the occasion. Vili Fano with the interception to keep the Lions off the board. However, the Cardinals fumbled the ball away on the very next play, so the Lions back in business. Deshaun Rideau scores on the short touchdown to even the game at 7. Cardinals back on the attack. Karan Gossett, who had just under 100 yards rushing in the first half alone, rips off a 40-yarder here all the way to the Lions' 30-yard line. And a few plays later, Gossett rumbling 9 yards for the touchdown to put the Cardinals back up late in the first half, 14-7. But the Lions go down the field in the final 1:05 of the first half. Backup quarterback Axel Eason to Justice Williams, 30-yard touchdown with just 3.7 seconds to go in the half, 14 all. Third quarter, Lions take their first lead of the game. Eason to Justin Williams again, 44 yards this time in the touchdown. 21-14 Oaks after 3. Early fourth quarter, Bishop Diego ties it at 21. Gossett's second TD of the game. He had over 170 yards rushing in this one. 13th rushing touchdown of the season. With under 5 minutes to go, Oaks Christian takes a 3-point lead on a short field goal by Aiden Flintoff. Bishop had a holding penalty in the final seconds to take them out of field goal range, and that's it. Bishop Diego loses another close one, 24-21. So they drop to 0-2 in the Marmani League, 4-3 overall. They're at Calabasas next Friday. Now to the Channel League, where the battle for Goleta Valley bragging rights taking place between San Marcos and Dos Pueblos. The home Chargers had beaten San Marcos 7 straight times heading into this latest chapter. Early action DP knew they had to contain the Royals standout back Andre McCullough, but they don't do it here. Over 30 yards on the touchdown bolt for Andre. Royals will be right back in the end zone too. Patrick Kelly on the jet sweep, the speedy senior turning the corner. He has a touchdown. 14-0 San Marcos. Chargers trying to get something going. Ryan Marsh to Cairo Rios for a big gain near midfield, but no points for DP. San Marcos back on the attack. Early second quarter, Josh Engel zipping it right at you. Owen Lauderdale snags it for a short touchdown. He would be named the Jeff Hesselmeyer Game Most Valuable Player. San Marcos finding another opening in the middle. Engel to Luke Crawford, 27-0 San Marcos. Third quarter, it's the good-looking sophomore Nathan Jones running away from the Dos Pueblos defense. How about 69 yards for the touchdown? They're up 34-0. DP did avoid the shutout with a couple of late touchdowns, but it's San Marcos dominating and celebrating a 34-14 victory. San Marcos is at Oxnard next Friday, DP at Santa Barbara next week. At Santa Barbara High School tonight, the Dons are ready to roll after having a bye last week. SB hosting an overmatched Channel Island squad. Dons, Nathan Barrios setting the tone with a hard hit. Jeffrey Lechuga there as well for a 3-yard loss. Dons' running game was on point. Koa Herrera, the senior, getting upfield. He's got some shifty moves, 14-yard pickup. Herrera going to cap off the drive with a 2-yard touchdown, 7-0 Dons early. More Santa Barbara defense. Benicio Garcia getting in there for the sack. Lechuga in there as well, 12-yard loss. Nathan Barrios, you saw him on defense. He's a hard runner as well, right up the gut, 30 yards for another Dons touchdown, 14-0. Raiders playing hard. Deshae Williams escaping pressure, completes a 15-yard pass to Aaron Bird with a drive and stall. Second quarter action, Barrios loose again. He gets to the outside. Gone gone with the win. 52 yards for the touchdown. It's 21-0 Dons. Quite a 1-2 punch at running back tonight for SB. Koa Herrera making a strong cut. He's headed to the end zone from 19 yards out. 28-zip Santa Barbara. Still in the second quarter, Barrios, the hat trick. It's a 10-yard touchdown, and it's a happy homecoming for Santa Barbara. They cruise over Channel Islands by putting up a double nickel, 55-0. Don's 4-1 in the Channel League, 6-1 overall. Huge game in Ventura. It always is when rivals Buena and Ventura match up with city bragging rights on the line. Center A has our action.
Well, that's right, Mike. Week 7, we have some rivalry action here tonight in Ventura. In this Ventura-Buena game, the winner in this one most likely will get a playoff spot. So a lot is on the line tonight. Let's get to the action. This game never disappoints. A jam-packed crowd in this stadium tonight to watch one of the best rivalries in Ventura County. Ventura taking on Buena. We'll pick it up in the first quarter and a lot of great defensive stops in the first half. Ventura's Esteban De Santiago with the carry, looking to score, but he gets brought down at the 1. So it's now 4th and 1, and Ventura is going for it. But Buena with the big defensive stop. It would be like this the whole game. To the second quarter, Cougars quarterback Logan Scarlett going deep down the field to the end zone. Now that would end up getting picked off by a Bulldog. So right before the half, Cougars looking to get on the board. Scarlett to Joseph Pena. Then a couple of plays later, Scarlett finding Pena again, this time to give Ventura a 7-0 lead. So we'll fast forward to the third quarter. Bulldogs on the comeback. Ty Weeks to calling Unithur, and check out the spin move. He's gone. He would end up falling into the end zone due to a cramp attack. But Buena is now on the board, and it's a tied ball game, 7-7. So it would come down to this in the final seconds of the game. Zane Carter with the field goal kick, and it's good. That's 43 yards for the win. Buena beats Ventura for the second straight year with the final 10-7. And the crowd rushes the field to celebrate. Next up, Buena will have a bye, and Ventura will hit the road to take on Channel Islands. In Ventura, I'm Sonny Dos Santos for Friday Football Focus.
Thank you, Center A. What a thriller. Up next, we're going to soar up into the Mountain League with stops at Mission Prep and Paso Robles. A terrific matchup in the Mountain League between Lompoc and Mission Prep. The Rooster was in the house.
Hey, Mike. Well, just like last week, Mission Prep once again taking on a team they haven't played in decades. Lompoc and Mission have only met 2 times in the past, according to the record books. The first one dating all the way back to 1931, and, well, unlike that game, this one will at least be in color and have sound. Let's get to the highlights. It was homecoming tonight before the game. David Andrade and Emma Boehm, your homecoming king and queen. Royals in this series have a win and a tie with Lompoc. Braves hoping to change that tonight. First quarter, Colby White going up top and finding Jamar Howard, and he's like, I'll take that. 7-0 Royals. Great catch. Lompoc answering right back, though. Kevin Ross capping off a 70-yard drive. Going to call his own number and take it over to the corner of the end zone and just sneaks it in. They would miss the PAT down 7-6. Braves would get an interception on the Royals' next possession, and then right back into the end zone they would go again. 2-point conversion good. Ross with another touchdown, and it's 14-7 Lompoc at that moment. Royals, though, coming right back. Drew Harrigan getting the call, and he's off to the races. 42 yards. This run lasting longer than the Punky Brewster reboot. Mission trailing 14-13 at that point. Now to the second quarter. Ross down near the goal line. Quick strike over to Monty Ortiz on the slant play. It's 21-13 Lompoc now leading. And then back come the Royals. Drew Harrigan into the end zone again, make it 21-20. This game had more twists and turns than an episode of Blue Bloods. Lompoc here on the option play. Nelson Maldonado, great pass all the way down the field, hooking up with Ortiz. Like a good neighbor, he is there. 28-20 Lompoc. Back come the Royals again. This time Jamar Howard again in the end zone. This thing got out of hand. Mission Prep goes on to win big, 61-35. All right, that was a fun one. Next week, Mission Prep will welcome in Arroyo Grande. That should be a good one. Lompoc will head home. They will welcome in Napomo. In San Luis Obispo tonight for Friday Football Focus, Kevin Roos. Mike, back to you.
And, well, the St. Joseph Knights trying to stay undefeated in the Mountain League, but they had a tough challenge at Paso Robles. Tony Almanza has our highlights.
Hey Mike, St. Joseph won big last week, putting up 42 points. Paso Robles, on the other hand, lost their game 28-7. Let's see how this game goes. The Knights are looking to stay undefeated in league play and are looking for their 4th win in a row. The Bearcats are looking to get back in the win column and seek their 5th win of the year. On just the second play from scrimmage, the Knights found the end zone in a hurry as Darian Mensah connects to Colin Fozzie on this TD pass, giving St. Joseph the early lead. After the Bearcats punted away, the Knights got the ball right back and found the end zone again as Carter Vargas runs it in to extend the lead for St. Joseph. With the Bearcats already down 14-0 early in this one, they needed to get some offense going, and they did after James Cogan connects to Cameron Clayton as he jumps up for this one, making sure the defender doesn't come down with it. Later on that drive, Connor Bowman finds the end zone, running it in for Paso, giving them their first points of the game. The Knights got back on offense, and just like early in this game, Mensah finds Fozzie on this long touchdown pass, giving Fozzie his second receiving touchdown of the game. Everything was going right for the Knights as Oscar Magalon comes up with this interception as he returns it into the Bearcat side of the ball. And St. Joe's just kept putting points on the board as Mensah connects on this touchdown pass to Magalon. St. Joe's defense played a great game, only allowing the Bearcats to 10 points in the first half. The Knights were just too much for the Bearcats in this one as Mensah and St. Joseph win big 38-10.
All right, thank you, Tony. St. Joe's now getting ready for their rival, Righetti, next week. Hey, more Mountain League action next, and then we're going to jump into the Ocean League, Santa Maria and Cabrillo. Now, Santa Ynez looking to bounce back after a lopsided loss last week to St. Joe's. Pirates were in Nipomo, and so was our Dave Alley.
Mike, while the Pirates were looking to rebound after last week's loss, the Titans were hoping to finally break into the win column. Nipomo still searching for its first win of the season and do it tonight on homecoming. Nipomo with 3 straight wins over Santa Ynez, 10-8 in the all-time series early on. Pirates strike first at the 17. Luke Gildred to Dalton Beard, and the junior receiver does the rest, taking it into the end zone. 6-0 Santa Ynez. Nipomo, though, responds, handoff to Gabe Sanchez. He works his way through the Pirates defense, taking it deep downfield inside the 20. Biggest play from scrimmage for Nipomo so far this season. And moments later, Gabe Evans caps off the drive with the short run. PAT good. Titans up 7-6. Evans was also a one-man wrecking crew on defense. 4 sacks in the first half, but the Pirates later added a field goal and led it 9-7 at the half. Sanchez and Isabel Cortez named homecoming king and queen during the break. Early second half, Pirates extending the lead again. Gildred to Beard, such an awesome duo. Pirates up 16-6, but the Titans would claw back. Griffin Grossart screen pass to Evans, and he powers his way into the end zone for the score. That made it 16-13. Evans later added a 3rd touchdown. Move on into the 4th. It's Santa Ynez going back into the end zone. And you guessed it, Gildred to Beard once again. Nipomo unable to stop the Santa Ynez aerial attack. Teams later traded late touchdowns. Santa Ynez goes on to get the win, beating Nipomo 30-21. So the Pirates are victorious. They improved to 5-2 overall, 2-2 in the Mountain League. They will host Paso Robles next Friday night. Nipomo drops to 0-7 overall, 0-4 in the Mountain League. They will travel to Lompoc next week. In Nipomo, I'm Friday Football Focus reporter Dave Alley. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Dave, thanks a lot. Good effort by Nipomo there. Let's take the plunge into the Ocean League. Santa Maria in Lompoc against Cabrillo. The visiting Saints strike first. Josue Elena to Malachi Jordan. Touchdown Santa Maria. Late first quarter, you might not see a more wild play all season. Bad snap on the Santa Maria punt attempt. Aldo Areza goes back and gets it. Number 20 heads up field, but he's going to get stripped of the ball, and Cabrillo not only recovers it, they're headed the other way. It's their number 20 with the ball now, Carson Heath, and he has a Cabrillo Conquistadors touchdown just like they drew it up. Tie ball game at 7. Despite that play, Santa Maria goes on and gets the victory. 40-13, Saints getting their first Ocean League win in 4 games. All right, back in the Channel League next for Rio Mesa and Oxnard. Rio Mesa fans fired up. It's their team, the Spartans, trying to stay in the top portion of the Channel League race, but they needed to win at home versus Oxnard. J.J. Bittner, touchdown pass. Can't really make out the number on the jersey there, but can tell you it's 7-0 Spartans. Do you know who this guy is? This is big Victor Lopez smashing his way into the end zone, 14-0. We're still in the first quarter when Bittner with another touchdown pass. Henry Boras, the reception, 21-0 Rio Mesa, and then Their offense went in hibernation, but it didn't matter because Rio Mesa defeats Oxnard 24-7 to move to 4-1 in league. Huge game next week for the Spartans as they're at Channel leading Pacifica. Those Tritons on a bye this week. Up next, we'll wrap up the show. And before we go, here are some more results from tonight's action. Rigetti falling at Arroyo Grande 28-7. Atascadero defeats Templeton 27-21 in overtime. Camarillo loses at Thousand Oaks 35-28. Newbury Park defeats Agora 46-21 in the Marmani League. St. Bonaventure shutting out Westlake 29-0, but Simi Valley losing to Calabasas 39-32. Moore Park routs Royal 42-0. Fillmore whips Nordhoff 49-0. Wainimi takes care of Santa Paula 35-16. And according to Max Preps, Carpinteria wins at Hoover of Glendale 14-13. We're going to leave you now with some more from Oaks Christian edging Bishop Diego in another Marmani League thriller. Enjoy the weekend, everyone.